What's up, piggies?
What's up, piggies? It's the championship week
in redraft. We've been gone for a week, I guess, so we're going to go over week 15, the first round of the playoffs, week 16, the semifinals, and then give our picks for the championship. Let's get stuck right in.
Right in.
So let's take a look at the first round of the playoffs that we have not yet gone over. See the results of that.
Yeah, my championship pick
Went out
knocked out
Yeah.
week 1. Who did you pick? Did you pick Riley?
I picked Riley, so he stayed alive.
Okay.
At least there. So Luke crushed.
Yeah, there were 2 games that week.
Yeah, 2
It was
meaningful
Luke
games.
versus Ethan.
And Luke crushed. I'll take a look. Jahmyr Gibbs had a good day. Oh, he had the James Cook against the Cowboys. Rip. So, yeah, Ethan didn't have a bad week either. 118 is not bad, but it's going to be hard to beat both Jahmyr and James Cook when they're putting up 60 by themselves. So,
Yeah, unfortunate for Ethan, too, because week 16, he had the highest score
yeah.
in the winner's bracket, at least. You put up the most points overall.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I've been scoring buku points in redraft, but I put up a dud against. I'd probably be in the finals right now if I didn't put up a dud against Ryan in the week I needed to. But hey, you know what? That's what happens. And then the second game was Riley versus Peter. Riley, my choice for the champion of the league. Kind of a stinker of a game. Peter didn't really put up too many points. He had 87. He had AJ Dillon in, who did not play. And Jarek McKinnon could have given him 14 extra points, and he would have actually won the week. So, that's tough. That's tough scenes. Don't know how it happened, but you know what? If you don't play someone, you deserve to lose. That's what I think.
And then hopping into week 16, the first one was Luke versus Austin. Austin coming off that bye. Mm-hmm. This team did not perform. Who said you can't trust Sam Howell in the championship? Dude put up a negative 1.7 points and lost him the week.
You absolutely were correct. Me and Austin were texting each other before playoffs started. Like, I don't know what Dane hates Sam Howell so much. Like, blah, blah, blah. And then he texted me during the game. He said, "We were so wrong. Sam Howell sucks." So, literally cost him the championship. A real good game, though. Austin had McCaffrey, Kittle, and Tucker, I believe was the 3 left in the last game.
Saquon too.
Yeah,
had a good.
Yeah, but it was one. He was down by 3 points on that Niners last drive, and McCaffrey and Kittle couldn't put up enough points. It was real exciting end to this semifinal game, but Luke pulls ahead and goes to the championship.
Yeah, disappointing game by Devonta Adams. Yeah. Also, it was a super close game, 2 points. Devonta and Sutton made it even a closer game. Both, putting up under 1 point, 0 for Sutton. Solid. Unfortunate. If Austin just put George Pickens in there, GP.
Yeah, dude. I kept texting him like, dude, wouldn't you like? How do you play Dontavian Wicks over George Pickens? That I don't understand. He literally asked me. He texted me and asked me to put waivers open, which made sense because it was a game day. We have them open on game days, so he could pick up Wicks and then play them over George Pickens. I said that's crazy, and then he was justifying it all week like Pickens has sucked. But I'm like, there's no way I'm playing Pickens or Wicks over Pickens ever. It is what it is. He kind of deserved to lose, I guess, with the Sam Howell and the George Pickens plays, but my darling, the man I thought was going to go to the championship and win it all, Riley, put up an absolute dud. All those running backs that I was excited about sucked. Kamara put 4, Javonte 9, 4 for Etienne. Just, you can't win with those numbers. You just can't. Jake didn't really have a good week either, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, am I seeing this correct? Jake didn't play a defense or a running back?
There's no way that's real. I almost have a feeling something might have switched. Like, oh, I know what happened. I bet you I know what happened. Who are his defense? Yeah, he took out the people that were playing on Monday because he had already won, and he didn't want to go negative, which is a smart play.
Madison did put up negative 0.1 points.
So smart play, makes his score look worse, but he really would have won by more, I guess. So Jake wins, and that takes us to week 17, where we have the championship matchup, Luke versus Jake. What are you thinking, Dane?
I'm thinking I deserve to be in this championship game.
Absolutely. I deserve to be in this championship game, realistically, I think. I'm putting up buku points right now. It's a weird looking championship game. Jake, I think his team, obviously has Jefferson, Hill, and Diggs. Like, that looks like a real championship team to me. Luke's team does not look like a championship team to me on paper.
I don't know.
It looks goofy.
James Cook, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Mostert are all playing hotter than the other three players you just named on Jake's team.
That's very true. Jettas was hot last game. I think we'll be back on track this week, too.
But I don't know, man. Jair suspended.
Is Nick Mullins?
Fourth string cornerbacks are going to be locking Jettas down.
I don't know about that. As bad as Jair is, I'm sure he's better than those guys. Is Nick Mullins not playing? Oh, he isn't. Jaren Hall, my boy, is starting this Sunday for the Vikings. I don't know what that means for Justin Jefferson, but it means that Luke doesn't have a starting quarterback right now.
That's hard. I'm gonna pick up.
Do not pick up anyone. Do not play defense on Luke's championship game when your game.
Dude, that's fucking nuts. That I can pick up every starting quarterback right now and screw Luke over.
Do not do that. That would be so cringe.
But like, why? If you're in the championship, why do you not have a quarterback?
Because he's been streaming after Justin Herbert got hurt. And his streaming.
Better question: why is Jake not playing defense?
Yeah, that's true. I don't think Jake pays attention enough to play defense.
No, because Jake, you could drop Justice Hill, Khalil Herbert, Demarcus Robinson, even Kyle Pitts, and pick up the top four
Jacoby
quarterbacks.
Brissett, Tyrod Taylor, Jarrett Stidham, and Jaren Hall. There you go.
And then
with like Easton Stick or something.
Or Bryce Young. Those are or Mason Rudolph. But I think taking off Brissett and Tyrod and Stidham are the big three.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And your Jake's playoff hopes would skyrocket.
Yeah, I agree.
At a championship.
So Luke is projected to lose, obviously, right now without a quarterback by 21 points. Sorry. So with a quarterback, it seems like it's going to be a pretty
still favored over towards Jake,
but a tight game, nonetheless.
You mean 11 points, not 21?
Yeah, you're right. It is 11 points. Yeah, no, you're right. So Luke will be favored. I'm assuming with a pickup. I don't really know.
Yeah, it would be really close.
Be about 50-50. Olave and Sutton and Mostert all are questionable this week. So that could be an issue for Luke if they don't play. It looked like Sutton and Mostert both did not practice, but Olave was limited. I'm assuming Olave will play.
I think Jaden Reed would be back too. Maybe I would possibly play Reed over Sutton with Stidham at the helm.
I don't know. I got some faith in Stidham.
And Sutton's also not at practice.
Mm-hmm. So Luke's got some lineup decisions to make for sure. On Jake's side, I think injury-wise, he's looking fine.
Deontay also.
Yeah, Luke's got some options to get in there. He won't be fielding some bums, so that's good. And Jake, no injuries he's really dealing with. Tyreek Hill's questionable, but he played last week. He'll play this week. So he's got Jefferson, Hill, Diggs, Thielen, Mixon, and Edwards as his skill players right now. No one on the bench. Maybe Gabe Davis over Thielen, but the matchup is too bad, and Gabe Davis is Gabe Davis. You can't take a 0 in the championship, I think.
Maybe you could take a 20.
Not even in that matchup, man. New England's got a good defense. No way I'm playing Gabe Davis. Not a chance.
It's actually crazy. 0, 8, 0, 19, 0, 0, 21.
Yeah, it's insane. And then you're also doubling up on Bills receivers against the Patriots. That's also sounds bad. So,
do you remember Mike Evans last year?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Who's gonna win people leagues this year?
All right. Do we want to do it based on just like in general who we think, or do we want
these lineups?
For these lineups, yeah.
I'd say for these lineups.
Right, for these lineups,
who's the best chance?
I think I already. There's two.
But like,
one
also
for each
it has
team.
to fit the narrative where it's like they're not Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson
Okay.
that are expected to perform.
All right.
It's like someone that is gonna
Fair enough. I'll
go
say,
crazy.
I don't know if this counts in your criteria. Jahmyr Gibbs for Luke against Dallas. They've been putrid against the run. I could see him having a big week. So I could see him being the guy who puts up like 2 touchdowns. He'd like last week. He had a great week last week. He could do that same thing, I think, against the Cowboys. And if we're not talking big names for Jake, there's not a whole lot of options here. I'd probably go Adam Thielen. Pretty decent matchup. Bryce Young looked pretty good last week against the Pack. And Thielen, maybe he'll go back to his beginning of the year stats and bring Jake home a dub. What do you think?
I'm thinking the tight ends. For honestly, both teams.
I could see that. Yeah. Tight end battle.
Schultz, Stroud will be back. Tank's still out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they'll just be limited at receiver.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Titans, you want to throw against them. I like that play. I mean, he does have Waller and Pitts, so it's
you play Schultz. You do not play Schultz.
Yeah.
Or you do not play any of those guys over Schultz.
Definitely not Pitts.
Not Pitts, even though he had
I
a great
think Waller's
week last week.
hurt too.
And Waller looked kind of bad last week. So, yeah. I mean, this is going to be a close game, I think. I'm curious to see what Luke's full lineup.
I can see Jaden Reed winning people a week too.
Yeah. We'll
depending if Watson's in or out.
Yeah, if Watson's out, Jaden Reed for sure. And Jaden Reed plays. I think Reed could be a really nasty play. I also don't like Geno Smith's matchup against Pittsburgh too much.
Tough for our championship team.
Also, yes, very tough for that. Broncos, god damn it. But I think I know who I'm going with.
3, 2,
1. Luke.
Dicker, I hardly know.
All right, I like that. We're going one of each. I got Luke. I think he gets a quarterback. I think Gibbs has a good day. I like that we both went a different way in this last matchup. We'll see what happens. We got some time here. Do we just want to go right into Dynasty now?
Yeah, let's mush him together.
Let's mush them together. Here we go. Let's go take a look at week 15 of Dynasty. See what happened in round 1. Jake and I had the bye. First matchup, Peter took down Ben in a pretty decent matchup. Ben did not put up many points. Who really let him down? Derrick Henry was a big letdown. And probably Zay Flowers.
I think we knew Ben's team was a fraud all year.
Yeah, it's kind of just confirmed a lot of our beliefs from the year. So I think no real surprise here. I picked Ben, but I was wrong. So here we are. Peter's team, pretty much a cruise to the semis, even with a couple dud performances. Tua bad day, Garrett Wilson bad day. AJ Brown had 8 points. Bijan with negative 0.1, and he still pulls out the dub. That must feel pretty good.
I will say though, I just hate on Ben's team, but I want to shout out his week 16 performance, putting up 153 would have took anyone out in the championship playoff, including you and Jake. So you both dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
That Mr. Peter won.
Definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
We can, and then round 2, it was Jake versus Peter.
Whoa! We didn't go for the other matchup in round 1, Luke and Sam, which was a
close
heater.
one.
You can go.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Brock Purdy was doing Brock Purdy things. James Conner, who's been really solid the past couple weeks since he's been back, put up a nice 17. And the aforementioned James Cook, winning the week for Luke in week 15 in redraft and losing it for him in Dynasty. Pretty fitting, I'd say.
Hard. Oh, yeah. This was also the close one of, is Jalen Hurts going to play on Monday night?
Yes.
His sickness
that
Luke is sweating out. He did play. Maybe if he was 100%, he wouldn't have thrown those 2 picks. I guess he still would have been down 4.
Wouldn't have mattered.
Maybe just Hurts would have played better overall. But Rashid Shaheed in the lineup making an appearance.
Yeah, with Olave out, he stunk.
and Tyreek and Keenan Allen also out. He was out with his stars, but he did stay alive enough to move on to the Week 16 matchups.
And I do want to mention quick, since we are doing the fun consolation bracket where it is for something, you don't have to go into it. Just want to say who won. Dane took the win by 13 over Ryan, and an absolute stinker of a game. Riley beat Austin 74-65. So, yeah, that is the consolation side of things. We can move on to Week 16.
Coming off of Sam's win, he had to play you, unfortunately, who you handed him an L. Brock Purdy came back down from the universe, or wherever he was in the stratosphere. He came burning down.
Yes, he did.
With 4 interceptions.
Absolutely. And the complete opposite, my boy from all year, Puka baby, came in clutch, hit me with a nice 28 on Thursday. That was huge as well. I knew he'd come in clutch for me. CeeDee Lamb had 22 as well. He's just been incredible all year. And the rest of my team kind of sucked. Realistically, I don't know.
Kyler had a good week.
In terms of like ETN, he's been bad for a while at this point.
Yeah, you lost Hawkinson for the year.
Out for the year. Tony Pollard is a stinker. Alvin Kamara threw up a dud. But we snuck through there thanks to Mr. Brock Purdy, I'd say.
On the other hand, Rashid Shaheed for Sam and Aaron Jones on the bench, who both had some nice games. Justin Fields if he would have played Fields over Purdy. That's a reasonable play over
Purdy, man. That's a reasonable play over Purdy. He was just riding the hot hand instead of going matchups, I think.
Yeah, that matchup was a lot juicier.
Yeah.
Arizona versus
absolutely
Baltimore, one of the better defenses.
Yeah.
So some poor plays by Sam.
Yeah.
Lost him his chances at the championship.
3 years in a row in the finals, baby. And to the last matchup.
Jake and Peter. Jake kind of shellacked the floor and moved on to the championship. Stafford came up with 20. McCaffrey came up with 20. Saquon nearly 20. Amon-Ra with 20. And then the rest of his, even Rashad White 15. Gino around 17 too. Russell had a pretty good 23-point outing, but unfortunately he got handed the bench after.
Just because of money. Ridiculous.
Luckily he didn't play Howell like Austin did.
Yeah. Smart play from him. I'm looking at his quarterbacks now, and we were all talking about, wow, this guy's got 100 quarterbacks, right? Stafford could be gone next year. Josh Dobbs, good night. I think Sam Howell's probably done. Russell Wilson gonna sign somewhere else probably, but who knows for how long. And then Geno Smith. These guys are all on a ticking timer right now. He's gonna be QB-less soon, I think. Oh yeah, I guess we can go into consolation as well. So you won, and you played Parker, right?
Yeah, that's right, Parker.
And crushed him. Absolute destruction. Not even close. Who even? I think Parker just didn't really have anything going, is what it seems like. He didn't change.
No, I don't think he had two. I don't think he had any.
We had no quarterback. Oh, wow. Okay, easy win. Nice.
Yeah, it was an easy win there. But Ethan, on the other hand, and the other side played Riley, who I think I wanted Ethan to win. I was a little more scared of Riley in the championships. Ethan just had a nuclear week with some of his players that I don't think is gonna. I hope it's not gonna repeat.
Yeah,
but I'll be playing Ethan in the championship
because he went crazy.
We our picks for Dynasty are looking good. Both of them still alive. Me winning the consolation bracket and you winning the championship, and we can hop right over to that championship matchup. We already kind of locked in our guesses in the last episode, but we can just review what the matchup looks like now.
Yeah, I'll just go through my lineup as of now. This is subject to a little bit of change probably, but I got Kyler against Philly, ETN against Carolina, Javonte against the Chargers, CD against Detroit. Devontae Smith against Arizona. I got Jake Ferguson as my fill-in this week for TJ Hawkinson, also against Detroit. Alvin Kamara with a shitty matchup in Tampa Bay. And my boy Puka. And as of now, I have Minshew Mania starting over both Jared Goff and Jarrett Stidham. We'll see. I'm almost thinking about playing Jarrett Stidham this week. I don't like Goff's matchup. It's at Dallas. Dallas is ungodly good at home.
Yeah, I wouldn't play Goff.
Minshew.
But I think I would personally keep Minshew in.
Their defense has been really good. They just locked up Mahomes. They locked up whoever the Vikings had, or no, the Chargers. They locked up them too, I guess. Yeah, but Minshew's not really any better than those.
So he locked up
Mahomes. They locked up Mahomes.
Okay, yeah, they did do that.
So Stidham has a great matchup. Stidham has a great matchup. It's
the
close.
Chargers locked up.
No one.
Vegas, I thought.
No, they have lost 63 to something.
Oh, and
then Josh Allen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Cooked pretty hard. So I'm leaning Stidham, I think, but as of now, I have Minshew in. And I'm sitting Tony Pollard because I don't think. Well, one, Detroit's really good against the run. Two, I don't feel comfortable having CD, Pollard, and Jake Ferguson all in my lineup. It just doesn't feel like there's enough to go around there.
Yeah, you want that boom.
And then otherwise, I don't think there's any notable sits that I have really. Maybe Josh Palmer, maybe Jacoby Myers, but I think
Dontavian Wicks.
Yeah, sure.
I'll announce Jake's lineup. So he's rolling out Matthew Stafford, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Moore, Travis Kelce, Kenneth Walker, Rashad White, and Geno Smith. And his three aforementioned quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, Josh Dobbs, Sam Howell, all out of jobs on his bench. He's got Madison, Gus Edwards, Thielen, and Laporta on his bench that are some possible plays. Maybe Zay Flowers, but I don't think so.
I'm pretty.
Who are you scared of?
I think even more than normal, Christian McCaffrey. Washington is 32nd ranked against the run. So he might put up a 40 bomb on me, especially after the way Brock played last week. I could see them just like running it to start the game and McCaffrey just busting out some runs. So that's pretty scary. I think that's the only guy I'm really super scared of. I think Stafford could have a good game, but because I have Puka, I'm not that scared of it. I would assume a lot of that ends up going to Puka as well, so it kind of cancels out a bit. But I think McCaffrey could win the week by himself.
I would be scared of Kelce also. Kelce has not had his... I mean, he had one 180-yard, one touchdown game. That was his only crazy game. I think he's going to be due soon for something nuclear, and it could be in the championship.
God, I hope not.
On your side, though, the sneaky player I think that could go off is Javonte.
I think... go ahead.
Stidham out, or Russell out, switching the quarterback. I think the whole offense could shift. They finally give the full workload over to Javonte and see how he can carry the offense himself against a juicy matchup.
I also think ETN, who's been pretty bad the past couple of weeks, could be. He's got a really good matchup against Carolina. Aaron Jones just shredded them. Every running back that played him has basically been shredding them. So I think that's another. Those two guys could be really, really nice for me this week. And Kyler. Kyler plays Philadelphia. They're not been good on defense. So that's another guy I think could have a good week. But we'll see. I'm not feeling too confident, if I'm being honest. Jake's team is just got a bunch of studs. I need some duds from those studs, I think, if I'm going to pull out the W. But that is the championship matchup.
Yep, that's a wrap for our predictions for 2023.
That is. And
stay tuned. We'll be announcing the championship in the following episode. We'll have we haven't discussed it, but I'm sure we're going to be having some off-season content too of some rankings.
Yes, sir.
Our rookie draft stuff that we've got going on, prospects that we like. Comment down below what else you want to see.
Absolutely.
But Pigskin Pals are not done cooking.
Not yet. I will mention I did win both of the pick'ems. So I am owed 2 sandwiches, but Dane did win the David and Njoku versus Chig side bite by a landslide. It was not close.
So 1 sandwich is owed.
1 sandwich is owed, which is not too bad, I'll say. Oh, one thing I actually want to check before we go, because I just remembered. I had a bet with Sam, which has 1 week remaining on it, about Sam Laporta. And he said he would finish no lower than top 3. So I need to see where he's at. He's 1 right now. So I'm probably cooked. Hawk is hurt, so he's not going up. Kelsey Kittle. Yeah, no, I think it's official. I've actually lost. So I will have to pay out.
That's actually crazy. A rookie tight end being tight end 1.
It was pretty. Yeah, he's had a great year. I can't fault it. There was no hate ever for Sam Laporta. It was just mostly because of the shitty trade that I really made.
I hate him.
But okay, yeah, that
Dude's
makes sense.
Ugly.
That makes sense that you hate him, Packer fan.
No, it's not even that. He's just ugly.
So okay, fair enough. That's a good reason as well, I guess. Sam, I'll hit you with whatever I owe you. I'm gonna wait a week. Maybe Njoku goes crazy and some crazy stuff happens, but I'll probably be hitting you with whatever amount we agreed upon. But that is it for our championship matchups. We will see you guys next time with the announcement of the winners. See you later.
Peace out.